Life is meant to test you, not to pamper you. However, far too many individuals give up at the first hint of difficulty and withdraw into their comfort zones as though safety were the only objective. The harsh reality is that comfort zones trap you rather than shield you. They deprive you of development, fortitude, and the greatness that lies beyond discomfort. Consider it. When things get difficult, do you rise to the occasion or do you retreat, telling yourself that it's acceptable to settle? Because in reality, the only thing securing you are your excuses. You shouldn't let the world soften any more than it is. You must accept the fact that you owe nothing to life. You must develop the fortitude to overcome the suffering, the obstacles, and the disappointments. The worst part is that suffering is your hidden weapon, not your enemy. Fire has the power to either destroy you or transform you into something indestructible. So don't run. Get out of hiding. It's time to face the person in the mirror, say no more, and turn away. Because you were created to stand out, to be a force of nature, and to flourish where others fail. You weren't born to fit in. Will you continue to choose to remain soft? Or are you prepared to rise? What do you see when you look around? A culture that is fixated on avoiding suffering. We have exchanged strength for complacency, resilience for shortcuts, and grit for ease. People would prefer not to try at all because they are so terrified of failing. Consider the number of times you have prevented yourself from venturing beyond your comfort zone. You tell yourself, I'm just not ready yet, or I'll start tomorrow, let's face it. Though you are the one limiting yourself, not the outside world. You are choosing to remain soft with every justification you offer and every time you sidestep the difficult situations. However, the truth is that being gentle doesn't help you. It doesn't help you advance or develop. You end up stranded, living a life that is only a shadow of what it may be, and fitting in with the crowd. Life has never been fair and never will be. It's not meant to be simple. But that's precisely why life is worthwhile. Your challenges are opportunities rather than barriers. Pain is the best teacher because it makes you vulnerable, makes you face your limitations, and makes you improve. Consider each failure as a test. How badly do you want it is the question life is asking you. And the answer is obvious, not awful enough if you give up at the first hint of resistance. There will always be pain. The question is, will you allow it to break you or will it help you get stronger? It hurts to say it, but you're either becoming more resilient or remaining vulnerable. No intermediate ground exists. Growth occurs when everything seems impossible, but you keep going. Not when things are simple. Take a look at the most resilient individuals you know. They achieved their goal by accepting pain rather than avoiding it. They used every obstacle, every failure, and every bit of hardship as fuel. You are the steel, and adversity is the furnace. In addition to burning, the fire changes. It turns brittle and weak things into something that cannot be broken. The catch is that you must voluntarily go through the fire. You can't be carried through it by anyone. How do you begin then? How can you get over being so incredibly tender? This is the strategy. Every day, deal with the discomfort. Every day, take one action that challenges your comfort level. Start small and work your way up, whether it's getting up earlier, working harder, or facing a phobia. The magic happens when you're uncomfortable. Remove the dead weight. Give up the things that are preventing you from moving forward, such as your worries, excuses, and energy-draining poisonous relationships. You'll feel as though the burden has been lifted when you cut the bonds. Take responsibility for your suffering. Give up blaming other people for your current situation in life. Accept complete accountability for your deeds, mistakes, and future. You take charge of your story when you take responsibility for your suffering. Overcome the opposition. Take one more step the next time you want to give up. then another, and yet another. You'll discover you're capable of much more than you ever imagined once you develop the habit of perseverance. You are postponing greatness every time you spend avoiding suffering. How long will you continue to accept less than what you are capable of? You have limitless potential, but only if you act right away. Quit playing small and begin pushing yourself to overcome every challenge that stands in your way. Instead than waiting for the ideal moment, make it happen. Now is the moment to stop being so incredibly weak and begin living like the powerful force you were destined to be.